Hello and welcome to Not Every Single. I'm Joe.
And I'm Stephanie.
Rina Sawayama is an artist we haven't talked about since our second video ever.
Wow.
Back then, we would talk about a bunch of singles in one video, one long video.
We did that like twice and then stopped immediately.
We settled into this format on like video 3, which I think is pretty good.
Yeah.
And now she's back with a new song called, according to Spotify, Eye for an Eye, parentheses, single from John Wick, Chapter 4, original motion picture soundtrack, end parentheses. That's how it's put into Spotify, which is odd.
Not a standard for soundtrack songs, I don't think. Maybe there's some other ones like that.
Demi's wasn't like that for the Scream 6. I've never seen it like that. It's weird.
I guess they're just trying to cover their bases for people just searching like John Wick song.
Yeah, I guess so. But let's call it Eye for an Eye. That's what it's called, right? Eye for an Eye. What did you think of it?
I thought it was great.
I also thought it was great.
Yeah, it just comes in right off, and you're just like, okay, cool. This is like throwback '90s sort of production.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for like fuzzy synth bass.
The bass is great.
It's awesome. It's kind of all the way through. It's this short like punch to the gut type song.
It's not trying to be experimental. It's like this is the end credit song for our movie. It has to just come in right at the last second of the movie and make you like still hyped that you just saw it. Yeah.
Oh, I can see it. I can totally see it. It's like close up on Keanu and he's like, cool last line of the movie, and then like cut to black and this song just like boom hits you in the face and you're like, yeah.
And ideally the credits would start like flying at you.
They're on fire. Yeah, I've seen one John Wick movie. Maybe I'll catch up.
Yeah.
I know Jason Mantzoukas is in one, so I'd probably like that one.
And Rina Sawayama is in this movie. She's acting in it.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Has she acted before?
Not that I know of, but correct us, please, if we're wrong.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm into that. I feel like it's going to be a big thing for her. It's an artist that I have sort of tried to check out a few times, and it hasn't quite like hit me yet, but I think it will. I remember you recommended that I check out her record, Sawayama. And I remember listening to a bit of it and being like, okay, there's a lot going on here. I'm not in the mood for it right now. I'm going to come back to it another time.
Yeah.
This one is much more immediate.
She's got some really like accessible stuff in her back catalog, but I do think it is also, there's just like multitudes of influences going on in a lot of them at once.
Yeah.
It's a lot to take in. This is a little bit more like, it's doing a little less, but in a very successful way.
Yeah, let's cover the influences because there's a few going on here. One, we're hearkening back to soundtrack songs of the 90s. Like it sounds like almost like a 90s Bond song a little bit. And particularly the chorus sounds like some lost track from like Die Another Day, but with modern production.
Yeah, exactly. And I think I had that same thought actually independently of you, that it sounded like a Bond song, and also that it sounded like, to me, like Garbage's first self-titled album, and they actually did a Bond theme.
That's
one
right.
time.
Yep.
So I think that's kind of where it comes together for me. But songs like I'm Only Happy When It Rains and Stupid Girl in particular off the self-titled. And that album was produced by Butch Vig before Shirley Manson joined and wrote like the melodies. Interesting. And so, it's like that. None of the subsequent albums were quite produced in exactly the same way. And I think that's where, that Butch Vig sound from that album sort of makes me think of this song too.
I can hear it. It's like this wall of big sound and these tight, punchy drums. It's totally that sound brought forward in a new way. And the last influence I thought of was, come on, it's obvious. It's Britney.
It's Britney. It's Britney. Insert thing we can't say.
Yeah, we're still new channel. I don't know what the cussing requirements are. So What's the one with the hat? Is that Blackout?
Isn't Blackout where she's kind of blue on the cover?
I thought that was In the Zone.
Oh, I think you're right.
Okay.
Sorry, we're so bad with the Britney, but we love. We love.
It's like those two were right after another.
Yeah.
That sort of era of Britney, like I can just imagine like if Britney were to come back and have like some big comeback single, this is what I would want from it.
I would want the attitude. I would want that sort of like, that sort of delivery that Rina's giving here. And she has a lot of Britney influence throughout her entire catalog too. Yeah,
I remember you talking about that. You can hear it right away here with like even the first line. The first line, when it comes in, you're instantly kind of thinking of Britney. It can read that way in the chorus a little bit too.
Especially in the chorus, yeah.
And yeah, it's like if she were to come back and make new music, I would want that, like you said, the attitude, that sort of confidence, the bit of anger behind it, and this like new aggressive sound. But it's not Britney. It's this artist that's bringing that influence with her, which is so cool. Yeah.
And, it's just really nice to see that Britney's being appreciated so much in this sort of current era of pop music. She was not appreciated in her time. She was seen as manufactured. And to know now all that she went through at the time too, how amazing it is that she was giving you listen to a lot of her stuff and it's like she's really doing something interesting and different with the way that she performs pop music. And people were just kind of like, oh, whatever, like she's just another pop girl.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, I was in like middle school and stuff back there, elementary school and all that back then. It was like, yeah, an easy thing to bag on. And now in a time where things are much more genreless and past music is more appreciated and there's less guilty pleasure kind of thing going on, you can bring forward these influences in new cool ways. I'm happy to see it. I think it's awesome.
Yeah. And Rina, she's like a little bit still kind of more underground. She's well known, but she's not like up in the highest echelon of pop girls. And so it's fun to give her, like, she's got this little bit of cachet to her. And she's saying, Britney's important to me. And I love that. I love that Britney can see that people are appreciating her because she deserves it.
I'm excited for what this could maybe do for Rina's career.
Yeah.
And I love this just short, nice punch to the gut sound. I'm into it. I love songs that sound like this, that aggression, that synth bass. Love it. You got anything else?
I don't think so. I mean, this is like a great introduction to this artist. If you don't know Rina, I think this is a good place to start and maybe go back to like XS, I think is one of them early on. Yeah.
Yeah. Here's a question for you guys. Okay. Like I said, I haven't checked out much, but I'm intrigued. If I like this song, Eye for an Eye, what should I check out next? Should I dive into Sawayama, skip to Hold the Girl?
Hold the Girl, which I love and have come to appreciate a lot. But yeah, I think it's a little bit more experimental, like a slightly more experimental album of hers.
What do you guys think? We'll talk about another one soon. And I think maybe I finally came up with a sign off for this channel.
Okay.
We're talking about, in a time where there's less guilty pleasures, people can listen to what they want. It's a big thing we believe in here on this channel. You can listen to whatever you want. It's not embarrassing or cringe or anything. Just listen to it if you like it. How about this? Thanks for watching. I'm Joe.
And I'm Stephanie.
Try it one more time. Okay, ready?
Okay.
How about this? Thanks for watching. I'm Joe.
And I'm Stephanie.
And remember, there are no guilty pleasures.
Bye.